So in my last video I talked about how I'd hurt my back or strained my back, and I was actually like, this is great, which obviously to most people are like, no it's not, you're talking bullshit here, but it was great because it was purely a muscle strain, unlike sciatica pain. So it was all in the back, it was all in the muscles, there was no pain shooting down the leg, down into the foot, and all I needed was some rest. What I did use for rest was first of all, the Shakti mat, which is this thing. So it's this spiky mat which you lie on, and it gets the blood flow to your back, to wherever you're lying on it, effectively. And that was quite good for warming up the area and helping it relax, especially at night time. Some very gentle stretches, like the prone position stretches. Very much just simple, being in this position and rocking back, doing effectively nothing. If you don't have a sore back, this seems like doing absolutely nothing. But if you've got sore back, just that little stretch, and if anything, it was just opening up the legs a little bit more and stretching more into the prone position, and just working on different hand positions to just gently stretch that lower back. After a bit of stretching, I also thought about using some painkillers, so the anti-inflammatories for there, so ibuprofen, and my tummy just did not agree with it. Not so much that it made me feel ill, but at the other end, it was not a happy time going on there. So ibuprofen not going well for me in consuming orally. However, there is another option. Okay, annoyingly, can't find it, but I was using the ibuprofen gel, which is a little bit of just a cream that you put, or a clear cream that you put on wherever your sore area is. It's actually a bit of from what I've read, from what I've researched, it's a bit of a con, because it doesn't matter where you put it for the ibuprofen to work. It doesn't really go through this, or it goes through the skin, but doesn't affect that area. It has to go through into your liver and your kidneys to be processed to then get the anti-inflammatory effect within your body. So what they're saying is that one of the best places to if you want ibuprofen gel to work, rub it on your private parts, or rub it on the soles of your feet. If you've got a sore head, rub it on the soles of your feet, because it will be absorbed faster into your bloodstream and have more effect there. The other one I was doing is Tiger Balm. That's my kind of go-to nice smelling thing as well. But yeah, that was effectively it. So just rest, super gentle stretching, Shakti mat, and some ibuprofen gel. And about a week of being very, very gentle, lifting things and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, then it all got done, all fixed. So happy days with that. However, what happened directly after that is I got a little bit of a cold. So that was fine. I got a cold, a bit of a sniffle, but just take it easy. About another kind of 3-4 days off from the gym, and then it was still recovering. And then I got hit by the flu, which I've never been hit so hard in my life, to the point where normally if I ever get ill, it's like into the gym, go for a sauna, get that artificial fever going on, and then like burn the virus or the bacteria out of your body. All feels great. However, this didn't work. that really didn't work for me. So I tried to go to work, and I was shivering, shaking, as you do when you've got the flu. So that's fair game. But then I was so drained that I drove the 40 minutes into work, had to pull over in a parking space, go for a sleep. This is at 10 in the morning. Did my job, photographing houses, shot a house. After I shot the house, got in the car, asleep again. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? That was like 2 naps before 12 o'clock. So I right, I just need to get home, edit these photos. Drove all the way home, 50 minute drive home, heating on full blast in the car. Got to the driveway, parked the car, Didn't even get in the car. Just full on, seat back, fall asleep, heating on in the car, fell asleep, couldn't even get out of the house. And then I was like, got out of the car, and another hour later, crawled into the house and went, this isn't working, okay, this is pretty bad. I was literally bedbound for 4 days. We called my wife, unfortunately, my wife had it at exactly the same time as well. We were both completely destroyed, which is not easy when you've got 2 kids. Fortunately, Netflix and Disney Channel really came to the rescue. It's just like, kids, watch TV while we're like shivering and shaking, can't do anything. It's like, oh, what's that, you want pancakes? Yeah, just go eat as many pancakes as you want. And we got antibiotics. I called up the doctor. The doctor said, oh, do you want to come down? I'm like, I can't literally leave the bed. I'm sweating so much. I was sweating so much. I had to put towels on the bed every time I went to sleep, because it was just dripping out of me in every part of my body. It was horrific. I was just like, and like, the strange thing was I couldn't stop making groaning noises. Like everyone was like, oh, oh, oh. I'm not one for making groaning noises. Well, I am in the gym, but in general, health-wise, I don't really make too much of a noise. However, with this, I couldn't walk, do anything, and I got such sinus pain. Not just in your sinus, your sinuses are here and around here, but the sinus pain went all the way around the head, and it was so much pressure that every time I coughed, I thought I was going to be knocked unconscious. It was like, I was just like, it was monumentally bad. The penicillin that we got, the antibiotics, started taking them as soon as I couldn't even get to the chemist to go get the antibiotics. We had to get a neighbour to drive down to get it for us, to post it through a letterbox, because we were so ill. So both my wife and myself on antibiotics, and it was about a good 4 days of being completely bedridden, like completely bedridden. I've never been like that bad before, and in so much pain, especially around the head, so much snot, like just, I've never managed to get so many egg yolks to pour out of my nose. It was amazing. However, this is where the strangest thing, the weirdest kind of reaction that I've had from it is, because I'm still kind of coming out of it, still got a little bit of cough, still got a little bit of egg yolk out my nose. But I don't know what's going on, but everything feels nice. It's just like, it's like, that's not what it's meant to be. It's like, when I got back into work, like 5 days later, still like shaking and shivering, put my trousers, and it's still just now, I'm like, these feel nicer. Don't quite know what it is. I was like, have we used different fabric conditioner, some different washing up liquid or something, or they feel nicer. Put my t-shirt, I'm like, this feels like a softer, nicer t-shirt. Don't know what's going on. I'm like, just touching my face, I'm like, have I been putting on moisturiser? I don't put on moisturiser, but I was like, this feels nice. What I did also do is I lost a full stone. So for about 2 weeks, well, for those 4 days, I was completely bedridden, couldn't eat anything. I was just barely drinking water. I'm completely dehydrated as well, and then since then, just no appetite has come back at all. Partly, obviously, not doing the gym, not doing any exercise, feeling lousy. Antibiotics probably aren't good for your tummy, and appetite completely disappeared. So fantastic for the diet. What I've lost is a full stone of weight. I was 17 stone before I got ill. I'm now down to 16 stone. Woohoo! Great, and just everything feels nice. It's like I've been covered, like maybe I sweated every badness out of my body, and all my skin just feels nice. It's the weirdest kind of post-flu reaction, or maybe it's something with the antibiotics. It's just like everything, like clothes just feel nicer on. Maybe it's also because I've lost weight. You know, losing a full stone. My belly's got a lot smaller. My face has definitely got. My wife's like, "You're so much skinnier in your face. You're so much skinnier in your face." I'm like, "Yeah, but I've lost so much strength in the gym." So I went to the gym today, tried to do my normal exercises. I was like, oh yeah. So in 25 days, from last time I was at the gym to now, I've lost 25 kilograms in my bench press. I was at 155 kilograms, I'm now down to 130. Like today I just did 70, 110, put on 130. I was like, yeah, I'll probably get a couple of reps here. I was like, oh, this might be my first ever fail. So I lost 25 kilograms, it was around about 17, 18% of my strength over 25 days. I shouldn't really count the first day back, because that is literally just turning your muscles back on. Need to get back on the creatine and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was just the weirdest, strangest reaction. Losing a stone, great, but also just everything feels nice. Really weird. It's like the opposite of shingles. You know how people get shingles and then all their nerves are like really painful? Even just my hands feel nice. It's just like, that was great. Everything feels lovely. Very unusual. So that was the strangest reaction I've had to that. But effectively, back's fine. Flu destroyed me and my wife. My wife's still struggling with getting it out of ourselves. There's still a bit of a sweat on in the morning. We've done the full 10 days of antibiotics each. So we've run out of that. And in the morning, I'm still doing my like hardcore turmeric, black pepper, green tea, coffee in the morning to get all those kind of antioxidants, nutrients, and all that kind of stuff back in the body, get me going. But what I am enjoying is my lack of appetite. So that's made me thinking, yeah, a diet will. I could do a diet for a bit longer now. Maybe I could actually lose some weight. So, but at the same time, it's like I want to gain strength. Like losing all that strength, going from 155 down to 130. I'm just like, I'm so weak now. So yeah, there's a real kind of balancing act of I love feeling strong, but I also like losing some weight. Trying to do that together at the same time, near on impossible. But yeah, effectively that's the latest update of how things are going. But sciatica didn't come back, so fantastic, happy days with that. Okay, there you go. That was the update since my last back problem. There you go. Bye bye.